hire somebody as a temp. Contact a temp agency, trial it out, see how you induct somebody, see what they are actually doing every day, so you've got a better understanding of what the job role is that you're offering people, and you can make sure you can afford it, because temps were actually more expensive than the wage that I would have been paying somebody. And that was pretty groundbreaking for me, because that's not something I'd ever considered. It was all or nothing. I'm going to make my friends quit their jobs, or nothing. I'm going to continue doing 150 hours, or my friends are going to be homeless and on the streets in 6 months' time because I couldn't afford them. So it's somebody coming in and saying, it's not that black and white, actually. There is a middle ground. You just haven't found it yet. And I did. I hired a temp, and I was like, oh, I understand what the job is that I'm looking for. I learned very quickly what I didn't want from a person. And yeah, so it really, those little bits of external advice, that's happened maybe 3 times where I've turned around to George and said, that's the best advice I think I've had in ages. And it's something that I hadn't considered.
Yeah. John, I like the fact there that you alluded to, it's almost like a bit of trial and error, isn't it? Because you've got to make mistakes. And I think we are all incredibly naive as human beings if we think that you can avoid them. I mean, obviously, we're big advocates that we invest heavily in mentors so that we can avoid the big pitfall mistakes. And we go like, yeah, I don't want to fall off that cliff. However, I may need to trip over now and again, because you do get carried away and you will get sucked into your world and the success and all the stuff that kind of ensues once you've got that mentor on that journey with you. But I still think it's incredibly important that you do make those little trip ups and you learn from it, more importantly. Because I think the biggest mistake any business can make is you make those mistakes and then you keep trying to do it again and again, hoping for a different outcome. It's like, no, it didn't work for a reason.
Yeah. We've had some pretty catastrophic mistakes that we've made to date. And we've always been very fortunate that our turnover has been good enough that we have the ability to make those mistakes. But now we've got more employees, we've got more expenses, we're in a bigger building. We don't have that same flexibility to just trial and error things willy-nilly. So we have to think a lot harder about what it is that we want to get from something. Because this year we threw ourselves at every event. We were everywhere. It cost us a lot of money. Some of those events, we took 3 people, we only needed 1. Some of them we took 1 person and we needed 4. So it was lots of trial and error that cost us on that learning journey. But I think it had to happen. We were comfortable making mistakes at that point, whereas now we're like, right, we have to learn from all that we did and do it better next year, so that we don't just continue just going, oh, but we just have to get in front of everyone all the time. No, we want to make sure we're in front of our people where they are when we need to be.